All right, this is my mid to late 70's Aspen double cutaway Les Paul type cloning thing. This did not look like this when I got it years ago. It actually had black surround pickup surroundings, and a weird like pearl pick guard, really ugly, and white knobs. Actually, the only thing original on it are these two Damasio Super Distortions. These were made for the overseas market. They were American-made pickups that were put into these guitars. This is if I can flip it over here, solid guitar, solid neck guitar, I should say. I believe this is a glued-in neck. I think there's a seam right here you can see right there. Strange little serial number. You see that? That was the color of the surrounds, black. Some, I don't know if that's real or not, but there's some, nice wood here. Not the original tuning pegs. In fact, everything on this guitar is different, except for the strap locks. I should say replaced. The pickups and these studs for the bridge. Everything else I replaced because it was a horror show. Now this guitar plays like a pile of dog shit because it has a hump right here. The entire neck joining, and you can't, probably not gonna be able to see it, but it's a absolute horror right there. So I had a guy do some fret leveling and kind of lower that a little bit more, so just to make it playable, because I have a love affair with these old guitars from the 70s and 80s, which I shouldn't have because for the most part they're crap. Now I'll show you why. You got some real shit house bound neck binding right here, if you can see that, coming apart. Just real bad craftsmanship. Forgive my phone, I'm doing this with my phone because I'm fat and old and I don't have any of this equipment that everybody else has. Fretboard and neck coming apart there, but only a little bit. It's probably been doing that for the last 20 years. Replaced a nut. These block inlays are cool, but if you look at them, they're all kind of collapsing in, and you can see holes right there, and filler that's come out there. And this, I believe this is not a rosewood board, or if it is, it was either dyed because the coloring is coming off of it, or it might have been torrified something or other wood. Who the hell knows back then? One of those import nuts from one of those guitar overnight parts depot places. They did do a pretty decent job with the binding up here because that's kind of a weird like anti-Gibson headstock, as you can see. Truss rod works. Big, old, ugly, huge, if you look at huge headstock, too long if you ask me. Now these guitars were part of the Hondo, Memphis, Lotus, maybe even Court or Cortez too. Don't ask me which one, Fuji, Maki, who the hell knows. But one of those Korean, I believe. These were probably Korean guitars or maybe even Japanese guitars. These were part of the East Coast flood of these guitars in the late 70s. We used to go to places like Grayson's Guitars and Sam Ash and Hempstead and Focus 2 Guitar Center on Long Island, and they would be flooded with guitars like this. It's actually a pretty nice looking guitar. Paint wise, kind of gives you that Ace Frehley look. I'm probably going to take everything out of this guitar and find a new husk, because this thing plays like doo-doo, and it's really not even worth smashing it in the street. But it sounds a bitch, and these pickups are definitely going into something else. Haven't decided what yet. Keep you posted. All right.